Okay, I'm pumped. Pumped here. Cutouts, third studio album by The Smile. We got the second one like less than a year ago. Amazing album. I like that one more than the first one. And okay, I'm wondering what the deal is here with this album. Okay, there was 5 singles. I listened to 2 of them, not thinking an album was attached to it. But here we are. Okay, Radiohead's my favorite band. I've said that on the last 2 Smile reactions I did. They've been my favorite band for a long time. I think 10 years now, actually. Since April, 10 years. Yeah. Great stuff. They do great stuff. I just want to listen. See what we got here. If it's one thing Radiohead can do, they can make a near 5-minute song not feel like 5 minutes. Love the synth on there. Synth on there is quite nice. This is a very cutesy track. Like, listening to that, I was like, man, this sounds much more of like a mainstream alt-rock sound than... Like, I understand Radiohead is really big, but their sound doesn't entirely compete with something that would sell a little bit easier. Right? You know how it goes. You know the cliche about how people treat Radiohead fans. But that's, yeah, I like it. I think it's a cute song. Quite nice. I don't know. I'm trying to compare it to like the last album because last album's still quite fresh for me. I think I may like Wall of Eyes, that song, more as a starting track. But different mood for sure. I don't know what we're getting here lyrically. In a beautiful world, we were melting. And go running. Nail down, somewhere lurking. Form a line, falling over, zip tied. Foreign spies. In a beautiful world, we are melting. Okay, but in a beautiful world, like bad things are happening. We're being nailed down. We're being told to be like uniform, right? Just like nailed down, zip tied, right? Like we're losing our ability to move. Foreign spies. And what is the foreign spies? So now it's maybe the suggestion about a problem related to other countries getting involved in other countries' businesses. I don't know. A beautiful world paved with gold, but who's counting way up there? Okay, I don't know if that's like a suggestion of like, a beautiful world, right? This world society created by the rich, but the rich don't even know the amount of money they have because it's absolutely exorbitant. It's unnecessary, and they're grabbing kitchen knives every time their back are turned. Okay, so this is saying general paranoia. So again, I would just maybe just suggest, okay, the deceitfulness of world leaders, right? Like their decisions sometimes are like actively, detrimenting people, right? Okay, interesting start to the album, and lyrically something that I've seen from Tom and Co. So. Another song, it works. It's really great. Like 2 songs in, I will say, like it's so hard to listen to something from like Tom York or Johnny, and then I'm like, yeah, I really like it. It's not their peak stuff, but it's someone's peak stuff. You know what I mean? In the sense of like, when their lesser than music is still better than some artists' best at the end of the day. Comparing this to Wall of Eyes, I don't know. I think this song was a little bit more engaging than Foreign Spies. So, but I don't know if I may like this one more than Wall of Eyes. I don't know, but certainly not Teleharmonic. That one, it really blows me away. Anyways, very intense in the production, and then there's a lot of like lushness in there too, and they're kind of like clashing, and it works though. We overflow in a hurricane. We overflow in a hurricane. We can feel no pain. It's so close that we disappear through this narrow gap, the narrow gap that you leave us in. I don't know what this is trying to discuss. I don't know. Some sort of storm. Let's just say, a storm is washing you away. Okay. And there's a narrow gap, though. Although it's overflowing, like you're suffocating with this, there is a way that, there's a small little way that you can escape from this. We're holding on to the sides like a wind blows. It's emptiness. Yes is not a real yes, not a real yes. Yeah. So again, I was thinking sort of a political understanding of this again, where the media or the government manufactures consent. So, and again, this is just like a 2 + 2 = 5 sort of situation again, is how I'm reading this, right? Yeah. Emptiness has many forms. The only thing is to listen. It has many forms, and loneliness is a way to drown. Okay. To me, I guess that kind of feels self-explanatory.
Fake
punchy, punchy, quick, punchy, post-rock, or not post-rock, sorry, post-punk, krautrock track there. I like that one. That one's sick. Oh yeah, we're sitting into that one now. I love this sort of sound, but like, because this was also on like Wall of Eyes and on A Life Attracting Attention, and it's just like there's a lot of fun to be had. You know what I mean? And even when Radiohead has been upbeat, it doesn't really seem to be this like rocky. You know what I mean? Like we're really sticking to it. You know? So that's nice. Let's get into this lyrically. Zero sum, moot point, a cutout trying to fill the void. Right. Okay. So, super ritual power and believe that tech is finest will avert the coming climate crisis. So, all these songs very, very political. Okay. Not trying to go very deep into like specifics these songs, but they like I feel like they're not letting you know a shit grin of performance, a tipping point, loose banister, the physical lines of forced thought. That's a lot to burn for no reason. Okay. So fossil fuel, yeah. Specifically to Taylor Swift's jet. Wealthiest 1% of people. You know what though? I don't remember a long time ago when I was first getting into Radiohead. I remember checking his net worth, and you know, there's artists just as popular as him who probably would likely have bigger net worths. I do kind of find that interesting. I think it was like 34 million. Still a lot. I don't know where the net worth really stems from though, because that would also kind of answer questions, right? A gas leak and fall into the ice, a vacant lot to buy, a clip tongue acting dumb somewhere in the past in a rerun. Thinking all the way the system will provide Windows 95. Oh yeah, the Windows 95 setup western AI filter. Okay, outdated system. Yeah, so overconfident, Yeah, okay, so... I see. So techno idealism that characterized the 90s and early 2000s Silicon Valley's tech rock stars. Should strive and move fast and break things. Okay, and then it's going to go into the masterclass TED Talk. It's self-congratulatory, tone-deaf, and hollow while we're faced with the issue of widespread surveillance and exploitation. Okay, so I get this sort of, like, they're overconfident about the outdated systems out, and I think that's much more about, like, how they're dealing with problems in society or, you know, such as something like climate change. We understand it's something to be dealt with. They don't give a shit. And they're very confident in the fact that it doesn't fucking matter. Right? That's interesting. That's kind of good. Alright, this song is sick. I really like that one. Let's go on to the next song. Good. That's my second favorite one on there. Just instrumentation wise, it's like, fuck, you could really sit and really riff with that for a lengthy period of time. To me, like a jam session with this type of sound. And this is, again, Radiohead has been suggested this many times. It's like they make music that really works good as like a soundtrack, right, to a film. And this song, I think, really sells that for me. That moodiness of this is very, very nice. Okay. You can change your mind, let your colors fly, and start lashing out. You can change your mind. I won't be surprised. Nothing close. Circumstances change. So I think this is more so suggesting like some sort of societal like revolt. You can escape this. You can start lashing out at the government. Okay, you can change your mind. Mother starts to cry, and because we can't escape, you're gonna say goodnight. You're gonna say goodnight. Okay, but then there's maybe some sort of defeatist attitude here, because like, and like, you know, he's not really wrong. You know, you can lash out, but society and its problems. That's, you know, go back in history. All right, we've certainly made change, but fundamentally, its overarching system has always been pretty fucking cruel. So there you go. Okay, that's another really frenetic one there. Ooh, we're moving with it. That's nice. And I feel like Tom here on vocal level, really selling on energy. Okay, a good sense of chaos there. Okay. What do we got here lyrically? Through the glass, look at you, just eyes and mouth, only saying words and then turning them around. No matter what the situation, telling yourself this is nowhere. I don't know who this person is. I'm just always trying to link it back to some political, societal sort of meaning. But like just eyes and a mouth, like whoever this person is, they don't have a face. You know what I mean? They're only important things about them are the words that they say and what they see. I don't know. But, you know, they're turning their words around, so their words are not truthful. But they do say something about telling yourself this is nowhere. And I guess, but you can see that it's not, I don't know. You appear now, and then you disappear, letting it slide. Soon to complete the transformation and beginning all this over again. Always change the definition. Fear always passing through. No one to worry about. Nowhere to be. Just a shadow of light in my dark. Someone I knew so well before. Soon, okay, I don't know. But this person seems to be, you know, changing the definition of things. Their mouth is bringing contradictions. All right. And this song, I've already listened to this song before. you started re-listening to that song. I do think it's a good song, but definitely by like the standards I have for them, it's really not close. Like, I definitely wouldn't have put this on the project. But one good thing I can say is so far out of the 6 songs, this is the worst song. So, you know, that's a good thing considering I already had an opinion on this track. I won't really go too much into the lyrics because I already did a video about that. But yeah, and now they added this. I feel so smart because I didn't fuck it. This wasn't there when I listened to this. Look, guys, I guess maybe I was right. This song is a discussion about them being mad, about them getting flack, about sort of having some sort of support of Israel. You know? And now look what's happened since that song's released, okay? With a fucking ground invasion in Lebanon. And this fucking album coming out the same week as the Godspeed album and reacting to both. It's like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. And these two albums releasing 3 days before fucking October 7th, the 1 year anniversary since, the music festival in Israel and Hamas's terrorist act. I've already said my piece in that single video, so if there's anything more I have to say with these other songs, then so be it.
Just baggage with no label. You may find us in a rubble. All of you appeasers and enablers, eating scraps from the swell. You were just being clever.
Okay, moody track, sharp piano. I do like this. I think it's pretty good. Let's see what we're getting here lyrically. Saying, we are just baggage with no label. You'll find us in the rubble. So after kind of reading this here, maybe this is like suggesting that, like, you know, us humanity, like, we don't have really a definition of things. But yet we still kind of put ourselves in boxes. I don't know if that's really real. No, but it's like you're far away from the windows. You tiptoe away from the outside world, the real world. Yeah, so I don't know. Like I don't know. We can have this. I don't know. That's first thing that came to mind. All of you appeasers and enablers eating scraps from the swell. As quietly as insects, a toxic repetition. Okay, so now it's sort of suggesting the fact that there's a lot of shitty people in this world who, you know, continue to allow other people to go through things. You're enabling bad behavior from people. You know, trying to appease to people who may be doing bad things, blah, blah, blah. You're just being clever, pulling out all the feathers, burning off all the labels, knowing we couldn't see. I don't know. Just a suggestion of the types of people, I don't know, who run this world. I don't know. Yeah.
A black hole at the center of the galaxy. Nice and easy. oceans. Blackbird says nothing. Well, the temperature goes ugly. One more step till finally you just free.
Yeah, this one fucks, okay? This one is great. And lyrically, I've already went to that into the video, sort of the suggestion about nuclear war, and, you know, these world leaders sort of playing with this stuff, but not wanting to sort of, you know, take responsibility for, like, them being the reason why these things are occurring. Okay, No Words by The Smile. One thing I'll say during listening to this and afterwards, maybe change some things up instrumentally, but then, you know, keep this, for the most part, the song. Give it to Queens of the Stone Age, you know, with Queens of the Stone Age style and like Josh Holmes singing. I don't know, man. This felt like a Queens of the Stone Age song for me for a good bit of this, right? That's good. That's a good thing. I love Queens of the Stone Age. Anyways, let's get into this lyrically. You're not so tough, you need your need to be loved. You roast in the desert of scorched earth. Okay, so if this is talking about like politics, right? It's like, yeah, they want the fucking attention. That's what their whole life is all about. Mine's coming this time. You're not so tough, a whip with no crack. Sudden switch, the constant threat. I don't know. That you'll okay, a whip, no crack. Right, so you, like, again, this may be in relation to like a nuclear weapon, right? Where it's like you have a nuclear weapon, but you're not fucking using it. You have this threat, but you're not using that. Okay, you come and then, you know, suggesting that you have like a good intentions. Okay. All right, final song here. Okay.
Swaying side to side, jaws are open wide, hid under my head, just to piss you off, floating on their backs, and everybody's laughing, but
Wow, Bodies Laughing to end on that song. Good, man. That's Zero Sum, Bodies Laughing. Easily the best songs on here, I will say. I did see something recently, too. I guess Bodies Laughing is a song that Radiohead had made back in the 90s. So, now we have it here. Okay, lyrically, swing side to side, jaws are open wide, hit under my hat, just to wind you up, just to piss you off, floating on their backs. You're falling, yes, falling through the glass, and everyone's laughing. So, it's like all set up here to discuss, like, people are making fun of you behind your back, where they are intentionally, laughing at, your fall in some way. They snort and then they hoot, they're lapping up the soup, spitting in the mud. Yeah, so I don't know specifically if this is like, oh, okay, so now it's trying to suggest that this laughing is modern life has been plagued by a lack of empathy. I agree with that, actually. People do not have empathy. I've seen that a lot, the way that people act, especially around me in many ways. And people will fucking laugh or joke around at things that are serious that, obviously they wouldn't find funny if that was their life. People are fucking stupid sometimes, man. I swear to God, it's fucking insane, the type of cognitive dissonance that happens in this world. Okay, just like, your political points on this album, but then yet still, like, not coming full out against genocide. But you know what? Isn't that what being human is, eh? On this album, do I like this album? Yeah, I do. I really like this. It's obviously not up to par when it comes to how I feel about Radiohead. And I don't like this as much as Wall of Eyes either. Obviously, this is a tighter album from A Light for Attracting Attention, but I do think maybe... I do kind of like this one more than A Light for Attracting Attention, but there's good singles. There's good specific tracks to really come from A Light from Attracting Attention, especially something like Free the Knowledge, or The Smoke, too. Yeah, I don't know. There's some songs that I think I probably like from the debut still. But yeah, this is still great, okay? And conceptually... this album isn't trying to really fall into depths, but it's giving you within some sort of poetic lyricism, like, society's fucked, the government is fucked, like, there's so much bad shit in the world. Okay. All right, fair enough. I'll be back to give you, like, a final opinion. Ooh, here I am in the darkness after listening to Cutouts a few more times. Not much has changed. 8.5 out of 10. Seems acceptable. I like this album. I think it's great. It doesn't strike me as some really epic album. It's doing a lot of the things that I think they've been doing prior. Okay? I think when it comes to Wall of Eyes sort of being my favorite, I think there's just more interesting instrumental moments, and I think that there's stronger emotions that I'm really hooking onto. This is obviously tighter than A Light for Attracting Attention. That was a very lengthy project, but still better songs on that album. There's still better highs. So I don't know if I'd say I like this one more than their debut, but it's kind of close. Yeah. I don't know. At this point, though, like, I'm not looking into this like I'm like, damn it, like, they didn't make an album as close to all the Radiohead albums, because I've given up on that being a thing. You know what I mean? If they're still making great music, I'm still going to be happy with it. I'm still going to save it to my fucking library, and I'll still go back to it. Okay? It's as simple as that. Okay? I've lost that mentality that I think I had when I was 16, 17, and I was a fucking Radiohead super fan, and they had to feed me the creme of the crop, or I would be, like, lost. You know what I mean? It just doesn't fucking matter to me like that anymore. Lyrically, pretty good. It's not very personal. I do think that there's more personal elements probably to Wall of Eyes, but Wall of Eyes still definitely wanted to implement society. And this album does that as well. And you know what? I fucking hate society too. So, I don't know. Still does it better on an album like Hail to the Thief, which, once again, this album and almost all of the Smiles albums are such Hail to the Thief coded. It seems like that sort of era of alt rock and moving out into an electronic area, that seems like this is where I'd place mostly all of the Smiles work. Yeah, that's all I have to say. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, anything at all, you can put a comment down below. And thank you for watching. Peace.